Welcome, 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 gorgeous soul, to Live Your Best Life with me, your host, Kat Googe, also known as the Joy Queen. We will be having rich and honest conversations about what feeling joyful really means, how to notice more pockets of joy every day, even on the tough ones, and whether laughter really is the medicine we're missing in our lives. I am super passionate about joy, and I love to teach how to intentionally bring it into everyday life instead of waiting for it to happen. I'm a passionate laughter yogi and Reiki healer who is on a mission of global joy, and my heartfelt desire, darling one, is that as we hang out together, you get to reignite your inner joy so you can make the most of your dance on this planet. So, without any further ado, let's dive in. Hey gorgeous souls, welcome to season 2 of Live Your Best Life. This season is all about the festival diaries because I am in the most gorgeous position of laughing and dancing and playing and bringing a ton of joy to many a different field over the summer season. So creating a roaming podcast felt like the absolute best thing to be birthing. So here it is. We kicked off the season with episodes about mind, body, spirit, and the big retreat. 2 epic festivals in their own right that really kick off and open the festival season. I had the privilege of being part of both of those this year, even though they happened on the same weekend and they were hundreds of miles apart. I made it happen and I really got a ton out of both of them. So if you'd love to check out those, once you've had a listen to this, like go back to the beginning and dive on in, because it is so wonderful to hear what these different spaces and places mean to people. So this episode is all about Wellnergy. Now, I had the pleasure of hosting at Wellnergy last year. It happens in Wimbledon Park, so it's super accessible, and it is all about mind, body, energy, connection, and music. And it's one of those festivals that there really is like a really diverse mix of like literally everything that you would be looking for. Last year, I was hosting Laughter Yoga, and I was hosting it right by Om and Bass, who were doing a chakra rave, and it was like really noisy. And instead of kind of like working against it, I was like, right, let's work with it. So because of this beautiful kind of coincidence, I then birthed Laughter Raves on the back of it. So, you never know what you're going to experience when you go and deliver. It's not just about what you think you're going to do. It's about what you're open to see and who you're open to be in the experience. And what I noticed from last year, last year was a very different experience to this year. The sunshine this year, it was glorious. Last year, proper deluge, but it didn't dampen our spirits, because like so often these spaces, they're about the commitment to self. They're about the self-prioritization. They're about the making space. So it's not just about the practices and the experiences. It is about the spaces in between. And actually, this episode really highlights that. The conversations I had in between were incredible, and I didn't record all of them. I recorded a little smattering of them, but honestly, like being in these spaces, being in places where people are honoring their wellness and making time for themselves and their emotional well-being, you get to have the most expansive of conversations, from the person that's filming your stuff to the person that might be hosting your tent to the person that you buy a cup of tea from, like in every different like place that you go and experience, the spaces in between are so often where the magic happens. And this was really true for this event. There was a ton of magic in the sessions I hosted, and there was a ton of magic in the sessions that I went to. And the spaces in between were like, you know, like so beautiful, so powerful. And yeah, you know, the fact that I got to be there for 2 days felt incredible. So the way Wellnergy kind of operates, it has these different immersive zones, which is full of like literally tons and tons of other stuff that you can go and experience. There's a mindfulness zone, nutrition, fitness, health optimization, music. And within all of these, there's probably like at least 100 different things you can go and experience. And, you know, just give a little try to. It's like if you go back to Woolies and pick a mix, it's like that, right? But you have to be a certain age to go there. Probably need to liken that to, like, you know, going to the cinema and doing your pick and mix, but it's like a real pick and mix, a real smorgasbord of all these different delights to taste. And then you get like the information about what it is that you need and what it is you would love more of in your life, and what it is that you would love to make space for. You know, it's a real full body, full soul reset, and that real kind of like coming back to reconnection, coming back to self, and remembering that you are really important to make space and time for. In fact, it's really essential. And so often we can feel so caught up in busyness that we don't make the space and we don't take the time because, you know, of whatever narratives are running for us. So having days like this are super, super important. And, you know, this is like one of the pluses of Wellnergy. Unlike some other festivals, which may be like a whole weekend commitment, Wellnergy is like a day-long thing. So if like an overnight thing is not available to you, it's just a really great way for you to still honor your wellness, you know. And the way Wellnergy did it this year, I think, was a really great way to get people thinking about wellness. On the Friday, they had a team day, which was all for corporates and them bringing their teams along. And then Saturday was more about the public day. And, you know, I think, you know, the conversations I have when I deliver my corporate sessions is like people really aren't making enough space for themselves. So I think for businesses to be bringing their teams to it, it's like a really great move to like really think about employee well-being and how people can be more supported. And yeah, like you know, like really think about what it is to be well. You know, like well-being is all about us being well. So what is it that helps us be well? As I say, it was a real delight to be part of this year. There were some incredible souls in my session, and there were some incredible souls hosting sessions. And I loved all the conversations I had with people about what they experienced, whether it was my laughter yoga that I shared with them, or whether it was an experience that they'd been to in one of the other areas. It was, yeah, a real proper delight. So can't wait for you to dive in and hear all the juice.
So we have just been experiencing laughter yoga at Wellnergy, and I have got the wonderful Vicky to come and share about her experience. So Vicky, this was your first time doing laughter yoga, right?
It is.
I'd love to know, what were your thoughts?
Oh my God, the amount of energy and the amount of buzz and the amount of freedom that I felt, connection with people that I did not know, and yeah, the really good feeling of overwhelming joy when there's a lot going on, right? So being able to release that in a really nice safe space was the best feeling.
And I love that you said a nice safe space, because that's so important, isn't it?
Yes.
And that allows us to like really feel free in the practice, doesn't it?
It
Yeah. And like, did anything really surprise you about the practice, about laughter yoga?
I think the freedom that it felt, and also the energy that it gave. So yes, you all know you can laugh, right? But the fact that I could do it so long, and the fact when I was connecting people, actually looking between the eyes, all of that connection kind of became even more beautiful because you were laughing alongside it. So it was just a happy place to be.
Oh, yeah. And this is the thing, right? So often we can feel really disconnected, and just taking that pause, taking that time to actually see each other, to look up, not look down, and just be away from all distractions. You know, like if you could sum it up in a word, I know it's quite tricky, and if you can't, then don't worry. Like, what would you say about like how you felt at the end of the practice?
Seen, I would say, is my word.
I love that.
Life is so disconnected, right? And actually being seen, being present, feeling joy, euphoric came up when I was thinking of scene 2. So between all of those things, it's a myriad of happiness. So yeah.
Oh, I love that. And what would you say to anyone that's never tried it before?
Honestly, try it. Like, don't knock it till you try it. And it's available to you, like it's accessible, you don't have to go and buy it, you could laugh anywhere.
Yeah.
And actually learning it and being free to do it alongside your practice is just absolutely stunning. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. And my last one is, which of the practices do you think you'd go to again and like give yourself like as your own self practice?
So when we were clapping and then saying yay at the end, that yay of energy just gave me life. So I would definitely do that again.
It gave me life. I love that. That's a perfect note to end on. Thank you so much, my darling. Bless you.
Thank you.
Amazing. So I have another gorgeous soul coming to share about her experience with laughter yoga. We've got the lovely Fizz. Thank you so much. Her voice is going a little bit.
Yeah, it's going.
But I was like, do you know what? It's all good. It's all good. We can still hear you. So I'd love to know, was that your first time trying laughter yoga, or have you done it before?
Yeah, that was my first actual session at a festival, and it was such a joy because I saw you were at the big retreat, but I was teaching at the same time as you, so I couldn't make it to your session, and everyone kept saying, oh my gosh, you're gonna absolutely vibe with Kat, like, because you're both like similar sort of like joyful sparks. And I was like, yeah, this is what it is, just pick an idea, laugh it out.
Yeah, and like as we're chatting, like Fizz has got this beautiful crochet top with sunflowers. And I'm like, we were meant to meet. We were meant to meet because you do disco yoga. I do disco
yoga.
Oh, I mean, what's not to love just in the phrase, right?
Right.
You know.
But that's what it's all about. Like you were sort of saying, it's the connection of like joy and like feeling the wholeheartedness and just feeling that.
Yeah, absolutely. And like during the experience, like what did you notice in terms of your energy? Like what kind of feelings came up? How did you feel in your body? You know, how did the experience feel as you flowed through it?
I think it was just that feeling of like just letting yourself go.
Yeah.
Because I saw everyone else, and I'm an energy feeler. I'm a teacher and a healer. So you pick up energy, but I could just sense the aura in the room where everyone just felt like really safe to just be their true selves. And I think that's just amazing in itself.
Oh, I loved, and the lady before was saying about feeling safe, and you know, as a facilitator, isn't that just like the most important thing?
I absolutely, like what I also say in disco yoga, it's like dance like no one's watching.
Yes.
Just feel and let yourself go.
Yeah, you know, and this is the thing, right? When we laugh in a collective like that, it can feel confronting, right? Because we're so used to reaction for laughter. And as I was teaching in the session today, use it as a resource because it's powerful, right?
Yeah.
Like moving our bodies is powerful. We can like shift ourselves into like more receptive, more welcoming, more easeful states, you know? So like, yeah, I love it for the fact that if we are intentional, you know, we get to change how we feel, right? Out of the practices that we went through, is there one of them that particularly spoke to your energy that you like you felt in your body that you went, yay, I'd do that again?
I think it was just literally watching you. I was like, oh my gosh, she is my person. Like, because I really do think actually, like, we could share the practices and I could do them with you, but it's not like until you're the person that's fueling that energy
Right.
and that release. And for me, I think I come with it with a teacher mindset, but also just trying to practice as a actual person attending. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just feel her.
Yeah,
I feel her vibe. And
perhaps we need a laughter and disco
I
yoga
think we
collab,
do.
right?
Maybe.
I'm looking at your eyes. I'm like, we're both already there, aren't we? It's like we've already decided, yeah.
Coming in 2026.
Oh, I love it, Fizz. Bless you. I can feel your voice is starting to depart, isn't it? I'm so grateful for you taking the time to chat. Watch this space for some disco, yoga, laughter
yoga
kind of collabs going on. But yeah, if you could sum up how you felt at the end of the practice in just one word, like, did something arrive to you? Is there a specific, like, oh, I was feeling that?
Sunshine.
Oh my God. Like, and you said that, right? And in my head, I'm just picturing cartwheeling around fields and do you know what I mean? And there's sunflowers in them and it's like, it's beautiful. Enjoy. Yeah.
I'm all about sunflower and you're wearing a rainbow and star top and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is my vibe.
I feel like we're like separated at birth or something, right?
Absolutely.
Fizz, you've been amazing. Thank you so much, my lovely.
Thank
for
you.
sharing
Sorry about
your
my
time.
voice.
Oh my no, it sounds. I can hear you. It sounds amazing, and thank you so much for taking the time. And just keep laughing, like laughing and disco yogaing. Thank you so much, my darling.
Thank you.
So I am joined by the most delicious Abby, who I've just met and found. Serendipity. She is the behind the scenes powerhouse at Wellnergy, and we were meant to meet, weren't we?
We were. It felt very organic.
Oh my God, it's totally. And we might even move to Jenga, who knows? But Abby, this is your first Wellnergy, isn't it? So I'd love to know, like, what are your thoughts?
So I was brought on by the Wellnergy team to help them streamline their backstage operations, help manage the influencers, and to be honest with you, I didn't really know what to expect. I've come here, my heart feels light, my energy is through the roof, everybody is just on such incredible vibes, there's been some amazing talks, I feel so inspired, and it's just positivity all round, like, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I know. And like, the world needs more of that, right?
It really does.
Needs more of that. I'd love to know, like, what have been your absolute highlights? I know it's really hard. It's like almost like choosing favourite children, but like what have been your absolute? Oh my God, this just felt amazing.
Even this question has just given me actual goosebumps. Can you see the goosebumps? Look there.
Oh my God, so something hit you.
Maggie Collette. I'm in awe of Maggie. So being able to meet her, host her backstage and listen to her talk in real life, wow, that was just a real pinch me moment, because I followed her for a long time, and being a new business owner, even though thinking like a boss isn't about being a CEO or owning a business, it's about a mindset. The fact that I've just launched my business and I've met her, it just all feels very synergized, it feels very aligned, a bit like how we met today. It just felt like it was meant to happen. Maggie was a massive highlight for me, and the cacao ceremony. Have you done that?
Cacao, right? Not today, but he was at another festival last year, and I did his ceremony.
Yeah. When you had to give eye contact to a stranger, oh, that hit my soul. And I had a really hot guy actually, so I was very happy.
Yes.
There are a lot of gorgeous people here, by the way, can I just say. So if that's not a reason to come, then I don't know what is.
Well,
the eye candy.
You've never been before. Like, why should you come? Why come to Wellnergy?
Why come to Wellnergy? If you want to feel good, if you want to be surrounded by like-minded people, if you want to be inspired, and if you want to laugh and smile, then this is the place to be.
Well, I'm laughing and smiling. That's my language.
I know. That's why I said it.
I know you didn't make it to my laughter yoga session.
I didn't, but I heard it, guys. You can hear it from the other side of the festival.
See, and this is what I always say in the sessions, right? I'm like, you know what? Like, whoever is here or isn't here, doesn't matter. Like, we'll send the energy around the festival. So you felt it over here.
It was a movement.
I just want to say, where we're sat, it's the other side of the festival.
Yeah, it is. I was literally on the main stage, and where you were was genuinely the other side of the festival. So
laughter yoga, should it be on the main stage?
Absolutely. Well, actually, do you know what? I'm quite conflicted on that. I think that I like the intimacy of it.
Yeah.
I liked the intimacy. I feel like sometimes on the main stage it can be like
Yeah.
can't comment too much, but
you see, my mission is global joy.
Yeah.
So in my head, massive stage, thousands of people, but they're all joining in.
Yeah.
So,
Laughing's infectious as well.
It so is. Have you heard of laughter yoga before?
I have.
You have?
I
Have you
have.
tried it?
I've never tried it. No.
Should we do a little laughter breath?
Let's do it. Let's go.
All we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, right, through our noses, and then as we exhale, we're just going to let ourselves laugh. We're already going.
I am. This is hilarious. Right, let's do
I love it. Let's go. So breathing in and exhaling.
I feel mental, but it feels great. Who cares? I'm laughing at you now.
It's mental, but it's so bloody freeing.
Oh my goodness, it is.
Like, how did it feel just to laugh for no reason?
Oh, I think that says it all. Mic drop. I have mic drop moment now. I'm actually speechless.
I came up with this new phrase a couple of weeks ago, another festival I was at, and I said, you know what, you start inviting intentional laughter in and not having it as a condition, right?
Yeah,
just a resource.
Nice.
And you pringle, right? You pop, and then it's like,
once you pop, you can't stop.
So that was a Pringle moment for you, Abby.
That was a real Pringle moment. Thank you so much. I feel like I really needed that.
Well, do you know, it's so good for release.
Yeah.
And do you know, someone the session yesterday, right? She shared it was the thing that I didn't know that I needed.
Ah, nice.
Now, like, how beautiful is that? And I think so often in this kind of crazy busy world, like, no one doesn't feel busy, do they?
No,
right? You have to
no.
be really intentional to make space and time for
You
yourself.
almost take laughing for granted.
We do.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah,
It's sort of
totally.
like I actually just realised that in this moment here.
Yeah.
That you take laughter for granted. I think
Yeah.
we take all emotion for granted. You need to feel things
Yes.
really deeply
Yes.
to be able to feel the other emotion so deeply. So just to be really present with that emotion was really beautiful.
Absolutely.
I liked that a lot.
And I love what you shared around that, because it's like let's stop taking things like that for granted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's use the resource.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like, I was a primary school teacher for 20 years until I went out from the staff room and came to stages. You know. And when I worked with all those children, I was like, they are the teachers. They are in their bodies.
Yeah.
They don't take it for granted.
Uh-huh.
They just do it. You know.
Uh-huh.
And they're just like,
So free.
Really free, you know. And actually, in the session today, you would have absolutely loved it.
I know.
The camera guys were in there. There was a little boy who was like maybe 3, and he just got up and he started moving his body. He was laughing away, and I went, "That's the message. That is the message.
Teach them young.
Yeah, let your inner child out to play.
Yes.
Right." So, like, you missed the session, but you felt the session.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah, go.
If you went to coffee with your younger self,
Right.
what would you say to her about laughter as a topic?
Oh my God. You know, like, I have always been a glass half full kind of person, despite all of the stuff that has happened along the way, you know. But I didn't realise until I found laughter yoga just how much that I was kind of maybe shoving joy a bit to the side and laughter a bit to the side, and I just think it's so easy for us to just forget that.
Don't you
Do
find
know what I
it that we find it easier to wallow in negativity than what we actually do to embrace our
Absolutely
positivity?
right.
That's something
Absolutely right.
that I've learned over the last few years, is it's so easy to get consumed by your negative thoughts.
Yeah,
And it just eats you up, doesn't it?
totally.
The second that you just change that mindset, and like you said, like the next time I'm upset, I'll feel that emotion, but I might just laugh.
Yes.
To snap myself out of it and be like, right, let's get back in the room. Let's get.
You know, honestly, in the 6.5 years since I started it, like, it's literally changed my life. Literally changed, because it just becomes embodied,
Yeah.
and then it just becomes like this is what I teach when I do the sessions. I'm like, yes, we're laughing together, right? But it's so much deeper.
It is.
This is about a way of life.
It is.
A way of being, a way of feeling alive.
Yeah.
You know, so I love that we got to share like a
Me
little
too.
laughter breath.
Thank you so much.
And we were just supposed to be, I was drawn to the Jenga and drawn to this table, and we were supposed to have this chat.
We were.
So
thank you.
amazing. Abby, thank you, my darling.
You're so
It has been absolutely gorgeous. I'm coming in for a swidge.
I was about to do the exact same thing, to be honest. You read my mind.
You knew.
I
You
did.
knew. Amazing.
Thank
You've been
you.
a legend, darling.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
And you. Okay, so I am joined, and we're dancing, and maybe you can hear us and maybe you can't, but who knows, who cares. I am joined by the gorgeous Dafina and Rumbi, and I would love to know, ladies, is this your first Wellnergy? And what are your thoughts, what are your feelings, what are your absolute highlights?
We absolutely love it because personally myself, I have had few intense months and I was really looking for a place where I can just chill and relax, and I think Wellnergy is the best for it. We have had an amazing day. We tried few different experience and I really loved every bit of it. I'm definitely coming again.
Yay, Rumbi, what about you, my darling?
This is my very first, and I absolutely love it. I had wave therapy. I mean, and I was like, and I had a bit of skepticism. I actually came out feeling so zen. It's just trying things you never thought you would, you know, and being open. Everyone here is so lovely as well.
Yeah, and this is how we met, right? I love it. Yeah. And I love that you mentioned that about like a bit skeptical, because we can look at something and we're like, what is it? I don't know.
And you make assumptions as well.
We presume, we decide maybe it's not for us. And this is where spaces like Wellnergy and other similar festivals, it's like they give you an opportunity to try stuff, right? You know? Absolutely.
And connect with like-minded people.
Absolutely. What kind of drew you to Wellnergy?
What kind of story?
What drew you? What made you come to Wellnergy? What
I
kind of
just thought
grabbed
that
you?
the program and the people who are attending were very interesting and what they had to offer, so I was really drawn to that. I wanted to experience something new.
Yeah, amazing. And what would you say to someone that hasn't been to Wellnergy before?
Oh, it's such a unique experience because the mindset of everyone here is openness and joy.
Energy is amazing because everyone is so friendly and everybody is so relaxed, and I think the people who are attending Wellnergy love life.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you mentioned joy, because like that's
what it's about.
That is so that's like my top value. I know you guys didn't make it to my laughter yoga. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a little laughter breath. Are you open? Are you game?
I'm open.
Yeah. So all we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, and then when we breathe out, we're going to laugh. Yeah. We hadn't even done the breath in.
Oh my God!
I love it. Rumbi, you went straight away, right? I was like, we're going to breathe, and then boom. You're going to have to come to some laughter yoga at some point, my loves, because honestly, it is, you don't need any invitation, right? Because you both just fell in. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you know, like spaces like this, it's like invitation just to be yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and like we'll all be walking home with like massive smiles on our faces, right?
Yeah, and I'm thinking, it's sad. This feels like a bubble. Like the rest of the world isn't like this. Like this has that joy, leaving with that joy and looking for connection.
Wellnergy just like that. So come as you are.
Yes, come as you are. But you know, my invitation always to anyone that comes to my session, take the energy with you.
Exactly.
Right? Because
And share
together,
it.
together
share
we send that ripple.
Exactly.
So,
Agreed.
whilst people, when we leave those gates in a bit, right, may have been doing something different and they're not in this energy, take the energy.
Exactly.
Take that ripple, right?
Share it, show it.
Yes, send the smile, you know. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, my
you.
lovely.
Thank you.
It has been
You. So great.
incredible to chat to you. You've been an absolute joy.
I hope you enjoyed listening to all those gorgeous conversations. It was a lot of fun recording them. There was a lot of laughter during, a lot of laughter before, and a lot of laughter afterwards. And what I think the overarching feeling and vibe was just permission to be yourself. And this is what happens when we gift ourselves time to go and do things which are going to nurture and nourish us. It's like a permission slip to be who you are, without thinking about what things need to look like, and letting go of the shoulds and all the things that can really get in the way. When we go into spaces where people are being intentional about their wellness and taking time for self-care and giving themselves experiences in new practices or familiar practices where they just are looking out for themselves. It is such a great energy to be around, and that is so true for how Wellnergy felt over the 2 days that I was there. The energy was super juicy. It was a really high vibrational, dancey, smiley, happy, sunshiny energy. And when you are around people in that energy, what you do is you feed off it. And when you feed off it, then it amplifies for you and it amplifies for them, and it ends up kind of bouncing around, and that's how so many exciting conversations happened. The gorgeous guy that was doing the videography in my tent during my session, we had a lovely chat afterwards, and he was absolutely buzzing from all the sessions that he was filming and taking stills of. The people from Halara, because Halara sponsored my tent, and they gifted me some really gorgeous gym wear to wear for my session. I have to say it was really lovely. They all just brought a lovely energy. They kind of dipped in and out of my session, and we had a lot of fun conversations flowing from that, and just everything in between, the conversation when you go and get your chai, the conversations as you're dancing around experiencing some kirtan, the conversations when you go and experience the chakra rave, the conversations when you nip to the loo and have a little chat with someone. That it totally speaks to absolutely what can feel like a missing piece for many of us. Connection can feel really far away at times. So putting ourselves in places where we can feel connected to ourselves, to others, is so helpful for our well-being. And this is why experiences like Wellnergy exist. I've had lots of conversations in the DMs on Insta since, from people that came along to my session. Some people asking where to do the training, right? Because it activated them so much. Others kind of just going, yeah, it was a bit weird or a bit cringe or a bit raw to start. And then, and this is what I always say in my sessions, all feelings are always welcome. So often when there's new things, we can have resistance and tell ourselves that it's not for us. And the truth around all of this is we don't really know. We don't know what we don't know, right? We really don't know what we don't know. So why not try it? Why not dip a toe in? Why not see how it fits and then notice? And the absolute majority, that is going to be the win for them. They'll go, oh my gosh, it's the thing that I didn't know that I needed. It's the thing that was missing from my life that I didn't know that was missing. and it's our relationship with laughter. And it's because laughter is based on condition. So when the invitation is to laugh based on no conditions other than it really being incredible for your physical, mental, and emotional health, we can question that and challenge it, which is so interesting, isn't it? Because if someone didn't tell you what the thing was, right, and they said, I've got this thing you can do, like, for 5 minutes, like maybe 10, maybe a couple, but like little pockets of time, and it's great for your physical, your mental, emotional health, are you open to it? Like, what would you say? What would you say? I think the absolute majority would just go, hell yes. They wouldn't even ask what it was, right? Because quick emotional, physical, and mental wins are a game changer for how we show up in life. As soon as the laughter aspect is added in, there can be that little dance of like, oh, is it for me? I'm not sure. Like, we're born laughing. Look at kids. We are born laughing. This is a remembering. In the work that I do, we go deep, we go open, we unlock, and that can feel vulnerable and it can feel a stretch. But after the vulnerability and after the stretch, like magic happens, and like vulnerability and joy dance together, because we can be afraid that we're not going to have the joy again, or we can be afraid that it's too much. Can I handle the joy? Or is my joy enough? Like, all the things that we question as humans, right? So this is why I do what I do. This is why I bring it to many big spaces, so as many people as possible can experience it, because the truth of the matter is many of us are living disconnected. Many of us are living with not enough joy. Many of us have lost our laughter. And the great thing is, it's all totally changeable. We get to shift it if we choose it, This is the thing. This is the thing, And what we're not changing, we're choosing that. We're choosing to stay in that energy. This is the energy of choice. This is the energy of freedom, If this is connecting with you and you're like, oh God, I could do with a real joy hit. I could do with like feeling like myself again. I've lost myself and I'm a little bit stuck, a little bit lost, a little bit unsure. Or you might even not feel lost and unsure, but just feel that disconnection, and you're here for like, oh God, I want it to be different, right? If this feels like you, I really recommend you check out my beautiful retreat in Portugal, happening in October the 28th till November the 2nd. It is incredible, and it's called Relight Your Fire for a reason, right? If you are ready to fully relight your fire, right, this is for you. There's going to be some beautiful yoga with my co-host Samantha. There's going to be some incredible energy work with me, with Reiki and laughter yoga. And the two of us together are going to be a powerhouse of transformational coaching and big shifts. It's in the most stunning location, right by the sea. There's a beautiful pool. There's a place by the pool to practice. There is a grassy area by the sea to practice. Like, it literally, I've fallen in love with it. And I know that all the incredible souls that are going to dive on in and say yes to themselves are going to come back feeling like fully themselves again, fully recharged, transformed, and like they're home and ready for what's next. So check out the show notes and have a really good look. And if you've got any questions, then please do get in touch. It has been my pleasure to share this episode all about the delicious Wellnergy Festival with you. Next up is Midsummer, which is a new one for me. It is a beautiful, small festival, which is really incredible as well compared to like the really big ones. It's like a small, intimate space. And I'm going to be hosting incredible after yoga and Reiki sessions in the Geodome, which just looks amazing. So I cannot wait to share with you all the magic that is created there for the next episode. Until then, my darling ones, keep living your best love. Thank you so much, gorgeous soul, for listening to this episode of Live Your Best Love. I hope you love listening to it as much as I did creating it. It really is such a joy to share this with you. It would be amazing if you could share the love and tell your friends to have a listen too. And I would be super grateful if you could follow and subscribe to Live Your Best Love so you'll never miss an episode, and rate or review the podcast. In the meantime, darling one, remember how incredible you are and keep noticing those pockets of joy.